We have high expectations. We don't appreciate what we have, all because of our craving. But Arahants are not like that.
When we go on holidays, we pack the entire wardrobe. The great sages were satisfied with whatever they received.
Namo Buddhaya! You have now come to the World News and the Buddha's Great Message session, where we read the news that happens around the world and see what lessons we can learn from these news according to the Supreme Buddha's teachings. My name is Siobhan, and today I am here with Imasha. Most people never get satisfied. We have high expectations. We don't appreciate what we have. But can you imagine there were great sages who practiced contentment so well and were satisfied with what they received, with no more attachment with the outside world? But look at us. When we have a small house, we always save money to buy a bigger house. We lay people. We never get satisfied. We get attached to things easily, all because of our craving. But Arahants are not like that. UK property transactions in March 2021 were at their highest levels since records began in 2005, according to the HMRC. There were more than 180,000 UK property sales in March, more than double the number in the same month last year. Official data shows that average UK house prices rose more than 8% in a year. Christy Alsop, presenter of Channel 4's Location, says she's concerned by the decisions people are making. She says people don't know if they're going to have to go back to work in an office. People are making big decisions about moving, assuming they won't have the commute anymore, assuming they're going to have the time to spend on a big garden. I worry because they're making big financial decisions based on these lifestyle factors. The lives of these great sages are unbelievable. The cave that Great Arahants used was not like any of the houses that we live in today. The hut was so tiny, they just managed to cover just the body from this tiny hut. Our Great Arahant Mahinda Thera was the firstborn son of the Mauryan Emperor Ashoka and Queen Devi. Prince Mahinda was the heir to the throne, but Prince Mahinda gave up lay life and was ordained as a Buddhist monk at the age of 20. Our Great Arahant Mahinda Thera was so meritorious as he became an Arahant on the same day as his ordination. He introduced Buddhism to the island of Sri Lanka. He lived in a tiny cave in Mihintale, Sri Lanka. Can you imagine? He gave up his throne, palace, and royal life and lived in a tiny cave. In that cave, you cannot even stand up. It was a very basic cave, and he was only able to sleep and meditate. But he was so comfortable in this tiny cave. See how peaceful his mind is. No more attachment. The great sages practiced that much contentment and definitely cut off the conscient I am and reached the unstirred state. What a protection for us to go for refuge to such great sages.
Namo Buddhaya! My name is Imasha. How many bags do you pack when you go on a holiday? Yes, when we go on holidays, we pack the entire wardrobe. Because we have a defiled mind, we easily get attached to things. Until now, customers have been allowed to check in more than one bag, as long as they did not exceed weight restrictions. Travelers on shorter international trips will face a bill of 120 pounds, and those on domestic journeys 60 pounds. Analysts said the tactic allowed BA to cover costs, and possibly to ease its move to Heathrow Terminal 5 next year. Yet BA said it would make exceptions for passengers who cannot comfortably carry one heavy bag. The great sages possessed only 3 robes. That's all. Can you believe that? The great sages were satisfied with whatever they received. These great sages are just like swans. They do not get attached to their food or their huts. A swan happily leaves from one pond to another. When they leave, they do not take anything with them. In the past, there was an Arahant called Arahant Nalaka. He only lived in one village. Next day, he would go to another village. If he received food from the top or the bottom of the bowl, the feel was the same towards the food. With the guidance of his great teacher and the power of the Supreme Dhamma, Arahant Nalaka was able to detach from everything. When he moves from one forest to another, he does not take any of his belongings with him, just like a swan. May our homage be towards all the great Arahants who lived in the past.
We will see you all next week. Theravada Saranai, Namo Buddhaya.